Whoa! Hi there, higher running coach and Hoga athlete. Sage Canaday here with a training talk. Are you doing your zone 2 incorrectly, making mistakes? We're going to piggyback on that last training talk, but also kind of the idea that doing zone 2 training, easy aerobic based, low intensity heart rate training, or breathing rate training, can help improve something as intense as like your Vo2max or your 5K or even mile or 1500-meter race performance, not to mention marathon race performance and ultramarathon race performance. And we're going to examine why that is in this training talk. Let's get started. So as you may know, I've been ranting about this probably for almost 15 years here on this YouTube channel, and the idea of zone 2 training is not new. It's been around for decades and decades. We could go back and see legendary coaches preaching, take your easy days easy, hard days hard though, but also relaxed running with good form, being able to carry a conversation while you stack up this mileage and volume. A lot of influencers and new influencer coaches these days, though, I think have kind of presented some conflicts with zone 2 training. They say, oh, zone 2 doesn't work. I was running all low intensity training. Maybe they had accurate heart rate data, maybe not. Maybe they're really in zone 1 and they're just kind of walking or going way too slow. But they're doing too low of mileage or too low volume. They're doing 15 miles a week, 20 miles a week, 25K a week. If you're doing all super low intensity and you're only doing that amount of mileage and you're kind of getting into running and trying to improve your 5K PR, yeah, it's going to be hard after a while because you need a new progressive stimulus. And it's about progressing with the volume or the time spent on feet of zone 2 training. That's really the magic of why it works. It's a long-term process where you have to be patient. You have to be patient and build up your mileage progressively. So we see a lot of people get gains when they start doing low-intensity running, slow running, zone 2 training, and they start running more than 3 or 4 days a week. They start running 5 or 6 days a week. Instead of running 20 miles a week or 32K a week, you're running after months and months of patient buildup and not getting hurt. Maybe you're building up to twice that amount, 40 miles, 50 miles a week, 80K a week, 70K a week. We see a lot of benefits with just zone 2 training alone. It could increase your Vo2max. And that's a real key thing, is that it's increasing your fat burning abilities, blood flow, oxygen delivery, all that, yada, 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 all these amazing aerobic adaptations. All these races, 1500 meters, mile, 5K on up, are all very aerobic based activities. Now, the key is to always sprinkle in some speed work. You still have to be doing some strides, some sprints, hill sprints. We use those a lot. And zone 3, zone 4, zone 5 need to be sprinkled in eventually. But the biggest gains with zone 2 training, and even sometimes we'll go into zone 1, maybe it's a recovery shuffle, maybe you're power hiking. I do a lot of aerobic work in the winter living out here in the mountains of Colorado, and you could see some of my cross training I'll see is kind of fun. I do ski mountaineering or skimo where I'm going uphill very slowly with skins on, and you get these great self-flying camera shots. Actually, we'll do a shout out to the sponsor of this video. Sponsor plug here. This is the Hover Air self-flying camera, and people ask me, Sage, how do you get all these wonderful aerial shots when you're up on the mountain? Either I'm skiing or even if I'm demonstrating doing a stride, faster running, it's with my Hover Air self-flying camera. Of course, this is a paid product promotion. Shout out to them, mid-roll ad here. Really do appreciate their support and sponsor of this video. But like I said, the Hover Air, I had an older version actually last year. This is the Pro. Super high quality video. I'll put the specs of the video there. I mean, you could see it. It's great stabilization with this camera. And the great thing about this self-flying camera is it folds up. I could easily fit it in my running vest or my skimo backpack, hiking backpack, mountain biking backpack. If I'm going out on adventures, very collapsible, durable, comes with a nice little bag. But I could just pop that out of my vest. I'm on top of a mountain here, and I go up. We're in Colorado here, so I'm at super high altitude, like 13,000 feet, 14,000 feet. I'll put that in meters there. Mountains where I'm flying this bad boy, and I just pop out. It's got these propellers here. Just pop it out like that. Turn it on, power it up. The camera senses you, and I can control it. It comes with this beacon, as well as using my iPhone. On the iPhone app, I could set different parameters for the self-flying camera. This is the Hover Air again. I could control it. It comes with some joysticks too, but what I actually really like is the pre-programmed different modes. You see the first mode, they call it bird's eye. It just shoots straight up in the air, gets above you, looks down at you. You could get some awesome shots like that. I also like dolly track. very smooth integrated modes where it's tracking you. You see I'm running pretty fast there. It's a dolly track mode. Then of course we have follow mode. Follow mode, follow me around the track. Follow me when I'm running, trail running, you name it. Follow mode's always great. And then even a dedicated ski mode. You see me, I'm up on the mountain, again, high altitude, there's wind, it's freezing temperatures, really cold. I wasn't sure if this would be able to follow me skiing, but it does in ski mode. So you get these great ski shots. You can see me trying to ski at least down some of these mountains. This is in ski mode there, so really do appreciate their support and sponsoring this video. Again, shout out to them. There's going to be some more great shots as I get my mountain bike out next month, but wanted to share this with you. Again, check out the product. Give them a follow up there. I'll put their YouTube channel as well as their Instagram up there, and then a link in the description below for this product. Hover Air self-flying camera. Really do appreciate their support. All right, now back to the training talk. So as I was saying, the key with the Zone 2, and we could, split hairs on the exact heart rate values or the exact pace. I'll say roughly if you're over a 4-hour marathoner, 5-hour marathoner, Zone 2 actually might be kind of close to your flat road running marathon race pace. Whereas if you're a faster marathon runner, let's say sub 3:30, it could easily be 60 seconds per mile, 40 seconds per kilometer slower than your marathon race pace, if not even 2 minutes per mile slower than your marathon race pace. Usually is kind of for me, or that about 90 seconds to a minute per kilometer slower than your marathon race pace if you're a faster marathon runner. So that's kind of the idea of the pace range, but you should be able to talk and carry on a conversation, run with good form, not strain. So it's about recovering between harder, high intensity effort days, whether that's tempo runs or high intensity intervals that you're sprinkling in. But again, 80-20 rule, heard that along with influencers too, but it's a tried and true kind of ratio. You may be doing 90% of your mileage though in Zone 2 or Zone 1 when you're first starting out, and you start off with lower mileage, but then as you stay healthy, don't get hurt again, progress over time, be patient, relaxed, run with good form, sprinkle in some strides and fast work still, do strength training and cross training, but you're building up that mileage, that Zone 2 volume, and then as you sprinkle in more tempo runs, up tempo runs, Zone 3, Zone 4, even Zone 5, Vo2max intervals, or high intensity rep intervals, could be hill reps, could be 200 meter, 400 meter repeats. Maybe that distribution of Zone 2 drops to closer to 80%. So you got 80% Zone 2, Zone 1 recovery, could include some warm-up jogs, recovery reps, and then 20% is what we say higher quality above the thresholds, above the aerobic thresholds. But the whole magic with Zone 2 happens with the consistency and increasing the volume. So you can't just be running super low mileage and being super easy, low intensity all the time. Then Zone 2 doesn't work. Then you got the influencers saying, hey, you need HIIT training, you need high intensity interval training. Yes, that will get you in shape very quickly. It's a higher injury risk though, and your ceiling of holding potential peak fitness is more limited if you don't have that bigger aerobic base first that comes with the Zone 2 training. You're going to have to revert back to that eventually. So especially if you're training for a marathon, ultramarathon, even a half marathon, long distance race, you need to put in the time on your feet, and it's easier to do that progressively with lower intensity Zone 2 training. That's really where the magic happens, but the physiological changes that happen will increase your Vo2max, will increase your ability to move efficiently, or your running economy, how you utilize oxygen, even around marathon pace, even if it's a bit slower than your marathon pace, which for most people, again, it is. Unless you're over 5 hours in the marathon, it's probably quite a bit slower than your marathon pace still. So it is a relaxed run and pleasant. So it could be a group run, it could be something enjoyable. Hope you're enjoying your training. That's always really key. I could talk about Zone 2 for more talks, but there's gonna be more talks in the future, common Zone 2 training mistakes. I've done them, check them out on this channel. I've got you covered here. Any service, any distance, you know me. Training for some trail races, mountain races this summer, announcements soon. They're gonna be sub-ultra, and then they're gonna go into the ultra distance, but I like to experience it all. I love road marathons, I love 5Ks still. I try to mix it up. So thank you for your support. Again, check out Hover Air, link in the description below. There's going to be more footage of that with the self-flying camera, more action shots. I mix it up as a mountain athlete now out here in Colorado. So really do appreciate your support. Thank you for everyone that's purchased plans on Higher Running. We sell training plans for any service, any distance. We got free tips on there. Be sure to check that out, as well as Sandy's channel. Thanks to the Patreon supporters for keeping this YouTube channel alive. Hope you're doing well. Comment below with any questions or topics you'd like to hear about, and I'll try to respond to some of them. I can't respond to them all, but I really do appreciate all the views, likes, and supports, and subscription on here. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Hope you're doing well, and stay tuned for more Vo2max Productions.